Okay, I'll be explaining how to do to rationalize a hyperbolic function. So let's say if our question is uh, rationalize hyperbolic cosine x, ln of x. We have to use the definition of hyperbolic cosine x, which generally is e to the power of x plus e to the power of negative x over 2. And now we can just simply plug in the ln of x into the function, well, into the definition. So it'll be e to the power of ln x plus e to the power of negative ln of x all over 2. Then you can just simply rewrite it as e to the power of ln of x plus 1 over e to the power of ln of x. That negative, the negative x, it generally just becomes 1 over e to the power of x, if you already know. So e to the power of negative x, this is the same thing as saying 1 over e to the power of x all over 2. So now, all we have to do is just generally, for the numerator, it would have to be e to the power of ln of x plus 1 over e to the power of ln of x. Since these both don't have the same denominators, we have to make it equal to each other. So what we would have to do, you guessed it, we would have to multiply e to the power of x. Well, e to the power of ln of x over 1, that's still the same thing as saying e to the power of ln of x. And now you can just simply find the same numerator, the same denominator for both. So it would just generally be, you guessed it, it would be e to the power of ln of x, e to the power of ln of x, times e to the power of ln of x over 1. And then you would get e to the power of ln of x squared over e to the power of ln of x plus 1 over e to the power of ln of x. Because now you can see that both denominators are equal. And make sure not to forget over 2. It's all over 2. This is also generally saying that you can rewrite this as 1/2 times e to the power of ln of x squared over, well, it's easier just to keep it as just all over 2 instead of just 1/2, because it'll just be confusing if you're going to multiply the e to the power of ln of x squared over e to the power of ln of x. So now that we have that figured out, the x value, you can rewrite the x value, your x would be equal to e to the power of ln of x, just to make it more simpler. So what you can do with this, e to the power of ln of x squared plus 1 over e to the power of ln of x, because both denominators are the same. So now it'll just generally just be equal. And now since I said x equals e to the power of ln of x over 2, I almost forgot that over 2. Almost a silly mistake. But now we can just simply write it as e to the power of ln of x squared. Now, let me erase this part to have more space. Plus 1 over e to the power of ln of x times it by 1/2 because of the 2, of the denominator of 2. So now you can just simply just multiply the numerator with the denominator, and then you will get e to the power of ln of x squared plus 1 over 2 times e to the power of ln of x. And remember what we said about e to the power of ln of x? We can, in simple terms, the x, since it's equal to e to the power of ln of x, we could just simply just plug in the x value. So it would just be x squared plus 1 all over 2x. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you rationalize this function. I'll be doing more of these questions coming soon, but that is how you do a hyperbolic function.